Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hi all, we're very excited about this today. Very happy because we're very have this chance to invite Mr.Warrick Singh. He's one of the very prominent persons in real estate. Then today, as people know that we invest normally, we want to use the best way is actually through value investing. Be it into stock market or even into real estate. And today, we have a chance to actually speak to Mr. Warrick Singh. He's a very experienced person. I think he's about 33 years old in real estate and since about 1983. He has gone through all the bull market and the property recession, everything. I think he's the best person to actually to speak to us regarding on how to effectively invest in our property or even real estate market. So any advice, Mr. Warrick, what do you think you can give the tips to a lot of newbies, especially want to invest in the real estate market? What should they know actually?
Thank you very much, Mr. Tony, and it's indeed a great pleasure to be given this opportunity to be able to share some of the bits and pieces that I have had the opportunity of going through over the last 33 years. Okay, most importantly, what I've realized, Mr. Tony, is there seem to be cycles, whether it's a business cycle or there's a property cycle. Invariably, this uncanny thing about investing or value investing is very, very much determined by this. To be 4 segments to a cycle. Cycles normally are between 7 to 9 years. In fact, there is a biblical phrase which says 7 years of feast and 7 years of famine.
Okay.
So maybe we would like to take cognizance of the fact that if you use 1997 as a base,
Okay.
and went back in 7-year cycles for the last 150 years, uncannily you will find that in every 7 years,
Yeah.
there will be some form of major transaction or correction or what have you.
Okay.
So moving forth to put this theory and to give meaning to the theory, I would like to use 1997 as a base.
Okay.
And 1997 plus 7 is 2004.
Okay.
2004 plus 7 is 2011. And 2011 plus 7 is 2018.
Oh.
So we are now in 2016.
6, yeah. Yes.
In every cycle, there seem to be 4 quadrants. Initially, there will be a boom.
Okay.
A boom normally has been fueled from a recovery,
Okay.
where capital is cheap,
Okay.
capital is easily available, caution is thrown to the winds,
Okay.
lending guidelines, I wouldn't say a compromise, but in their over-eagerness to get back on track again, after having gone through maybe 18 months
Yes.
of tough, trying times,
Yes.
banks want to bring back the black ink to their books.
Oh.
So that's why the euphoria seems to repeat itself. Then after a while, when most importantly, banks, we must understand from the different jurisdictions,
Okay.
have their loan to deposit ratio.
I see.
Obviously, there must be a bottom to the end of the barrel,
Okay.
with the total amount of deposits in the banking system.
I see.
So loans will be very much linked to the amount of deposits that are in the ratio.
Okay.
So once the figure starts creeping up, you will start getting a retraction situation.
I see.
So that's when all the cooling measures start coming in. They will have all sorts of additional taxes, like in the Malaysian context, you have the RPGT,
I see.
then you have a threshold, then you have quotas, and many other restrictive measures. Our objective now, or at least our objective now for the next 2 years,
Okay.
is to engage in these seminars, is to create that gateway of engagement, to look at hotspots.
Oh, I see.
Hotspots like in auction, hotspots like people who have defaulted
Yeah,
their
so
loan.
your category of the investment, like what you say, is like hotspot and also for auction,
Yes.
this kind of property. So any suggestion from you that if the newbies or any investor, they got pound money, example like I'm not capital, I want to invest. So which kind of property should I invest in at this moment?
Because we are talking about the Malaysian market,
Yeah.
each market will have its own peculiarities.
Okay.
And and we will definitely have to be guided by statistics and data.
Okay.
So in the Malaysian market, on the average, like if you look at it for the last 4 years,
Okay.
transactions were as high as in the 400,000 range, 400,000 range,
I see.
with a market value of 138 billion.
Okay.
But over the last 4 years, the transactions have actually fallen by about 11% to
Okay.
about 380 over thousand.
Okay.
But transaction values have risen by a good 6 to 10%. So effectively, during the transitionary period of boom and retraction, financial institutions in their eagerness to lend tend, where we would like to share where are the weak points of this speculative content. The weak points, and again we have to look in the context of the bigger picture, meaning that 65% of all transactions in Malaysia are residential.
I see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
18% of the transactions are basically in plantation. Plantation could be another asset class,
Okay.
but for the market overall view, so to speak, 9% is in commercial, 6% is in 2.1% is actually industrial,
I see.
and one area which not really practiced by the investor is land banking.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay.
in Malaysia, it is the developers who sort of
Purchase the land,
purchase land to get into land banking,
Yeah.
but with the future hope of
So would it be
development.
possible as us as a normal individuals, we have a chance to purchase a piece of land, to invest and to make money out of that?
So that's why in our series of seminars that we propose to hold, because most importantly, by virtue of the fact that this will be my third years, and I have seen a couple of busts, a couple of booms. I take great cognizance and great pains to study data.
Okay.
And besides that, I've also got a training company which is known as Starfish Training, which later we can also go through our slides. I've organized close to 200 over seminars. In fact, on the 7th of June this year, Starfish Training will be 10 years old.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so we're very excited about this. I do believe that all of you who, I think the time is really not enough. If let's say Mr. Warrick want to share, I think he can share more than maybe 2 to 3 hours just for strategy, how to invest in real estate market. And I think that we'd like to invite Mr. Warrick perhaps to come maybe to Singapore,
Yes,
or even
of course.
maybe in Malaysia, Johor, to share more about how to really go through for the investing, what kind of strategies and what kind of property which is the best way to invest. So we're looking forward for Mr. Warrick to come to share with us more about this information. Okay, we very thank you for you, Mr. Warrick. Thank you for your time to come for the for this interview section,
Sure.
and looking forward for your seminar. All right, thank you.